I'll just say it was like the beginning of storage.
The original floppy disk was invented by Alan Sugar in 1967 by IBM. The original disk was 8 inches, but then it evolved into a 5.25 and eventually 3.5 inch for the IBM personal computer. The 5.25 inch disk went out of popularity in the mid-90s, and the 3.5 inch went out of popularity in the 2000s.
You have 2 magnetic heads going around the disk to magnetically read and write data to the disk. And one of the heads is the erase head, so it'll erase data from the disk. But with every magnetic storage device, there's always a problem of magnetic interference, and then with floppy disk, there's a risk of being damaged from condensation, from temperature, from dust. Dust is a major problem for the floppy disk as well.
Worried about your daughter going out with a punk rocker?
Not really.
Are you worried about a floppy disk losing all your payroll records?
No.
If you had 3M diskettes, you wouldn't have to worry. 3M floppies.
Well, the prices were about $10 per megabyte since the floppy disk could hold around 1.5 megabytes to 2 megabytes. Then the price would be around $20 per floppy disk.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Did I hear you right? Did I hear you saying that you're gonna make a copy of a game without paying? Come on, guys. I thought you knew better. Don't copy that floppy.
Well, for back then, it was almost instant storage because of the ability to write data to floppy disk. You could write pictures. You could write information in general.
The pricing was, at the beginning of the floppy disk, it was extremely high, and then it went down and back up again.
Frank has neglected the LPs he collected for years and turned to compact discs.
And it's really important if you see the trend and when it happened.
Considering its quality and size, the compact disc most certainly will become a part of our everyday lives in the future.
CDs, one of the many technologies introduced to wipe out the floppy disk from the face of the planet.
They would compress or they would boost.
CDs were made by Sony and Philips and were promptly released in 1982. The discs were originally meant for sound, but then optimized for storage. Eventually, CDs did everything a floppy disk could do and more, and in a more compact space, all but eliminating floppies from the market. CDs also held much more space than personal computer hard drives, which only held 10 megabytes. Another one of the ways that the floppy disk was erased from people's homes. Even though it seems as if floppy disks are gone today, look around and you'll see they're everywhere. YouTube videos are all over the internet talking about the legacy of the floppy disk, talking about how they work, and unboxing them and going through their parts and their ecosystem of technology. If it weren't for floppy disks, we most likely would not have USBs, the cloud, or any of the computers and their massive storage that we have today.